November 1942. The Pacific waits, while factories far inland decide fate.
A single destroyer hunts blind, guided by calculation, not instinct.
Machinery breathes deeper than men, powering ambitions across black water.
Convoys move relentless. Steel columns fed by factories, unending. Precisions reduce oceans into lines, each one drawn with fear.
Technology becomes instinct. Ghosts appear in circles of phosphor.
Fire replaces dialogue. Nations speak only through artilleria's rhythm.
He counts seconds, knowing mathematics will outlive bravery tonight.
Endless ammunition defines faith. Courage reinforced by abundance. Scarcity turns men into accountants, measuring courage by weight. Industry strains, every bullet built from sacrifice and silence. Across oceans, machines breed faster than strategy can adapt.
Nature watches indifferently. Storms judge all empires equal.
Mathematics weighs morale heavier than any broadside shell.
Hope transmitted becomes echo, swallowed by indifferent weather.
Wreckage testifies quietly. No monument equals silence's honesty. Survival reduced to drifting statistics on tranquil water.
Production begins again, unaware its product already burning elsewhere.
Creation's beauty hides its purpose. Precision built for destruction.
Innovation races sleep, designing efficiency faster than conscience. Soundtrack of war begins in rhythm of craftsmanship. Logistics conquers distance. Victory rides steel arteries eastward.
Night shifts never end. Fatigue replaces sentiment as motivation. Abundance becomes identity. Production transforms morality into momentum.
Statistics become comfort, disguising tragedy as progress. Genius drafts death with elegance. Blueprints read like poetry. Geography shrinks. Decisions enlarge consequences beyond comprehension.
Each launch baptizes steel with hope and inevitability.
Truth travels slower than victory, yet survives it longer. Confidence, fueled by numbers, replaces empathy in command halls. Innocence traded hourly for empire's continued breath. Beauty persists, even when its cargo feeds destruction.
Reflection rare. Honesty whispers only in private margins.
Overproduction strains muscle and morality beyond endurance. Separation becomes tradition. Sacrifice recited without question. Perfection measured in precision, not compassion or restraint.
Nature rehearses silence before reprising thunder once again.
Illusion sustains spirit, while reality drains strength unnoticed.
Even supply lines bleed, proving abundance fragile too. Machines have awakened, and the world learns obedience to steel. Rescuers stitch darkness with lamps, survival measured by minutes, not miles today.
Redraw routes. Risk spreads thinner than armor across archipelagos this month.
Pilots brief quietly. Fuel decides reach more ruthlessly than weather or will. Subs patrol narrows. Mathematics guides courage through sonar-thickened silence this black night. Convoy alters speed. Abundance tempts complacency. Escorts fight creeping certainty with discipline.
A scout misreads wakes. Consequences multiply faster than corrections arrive out here.
Engagement ignites suddenly. Men recall drills. Machines remember everything faithfully under stress. Shells walk water. Crossfire turns geometry into catastrophic punctuation marks for many.
Hard to port! Now!
Bridge compasses spin. Captains negotiate chaos with practiced, narrowing choices and time.
Damage parties crawl. Valves seize. Flooding surrenders grudging inches to trained hands.
Signal lamps chatter. Words outrun fear across spray and smoke each hour.
Torpedoes miss narrowly. Fortune favors nobody for very long on this ocean.
Planes dive screaming. Decks answer with stitched ladders of tracers once more.
Ammunition keeps cadence. Muscles follow. Nerves lag dangerously behind in every salvo.
Spotters count splashes. Range tightens. Confidence loosens like frayed rope under fire.
Carrier lists. Crews improvise miracles with stubborn restraint and learned habits. Smoke blinds optics. Intuition shoulders calculations at critical moments out of necessity.
Destroyers charge through curtains. Torpedoes trade possibilities for probabilities in crowded water.
Sailors taste copper. Explosions ink margins on memory's map for future chapters.
Hospital ship glides. White paint declares fragile neutrality bravely amid restless guns.
Sun climbs slowly. Oil rainbows widen around quiet lifeboats and floating timbers.
Photographers capture evidence. Negatives will argue long after voices fade in archives. Enemy intentions guessed. Mistakes filed politely as experience gained for future battles.
Workshops fix everything. Ingenuity patches shortages with clever substitutions again and again.
Freighters load deeper. Cranes write calligraphy across dusk over restless tidal channels.
Onshore sirens wail. Shelter drills compete with production quotas, each demanding priority. Propaganda posters brighten corridors. Footsteps hurry between promises and stubborn realities daily.
Mail sacks arrive. Letters weigh heavier than munitions today for those reading.
Weather turns brutal. Ships practice humility beneath marching squalls for long days.
Engines falter then rally. Mechanics romance bolts into compliance with grease prayers.
Commanders compare ledgers. Arithmetic speaks louder than speeches again this bleak evening.
Ammunition barges dunch forward. Tugboats chant industrial lullabies into moonlit harbors slowly.
Analysts debate attrition. Numbers impersonate destiny convincingly, chillingly in windowless rooms everywhere.
A horizon empties, another fills with purposeful silhouettes as operations rotate ceaselessly.
Night swallows fleets, factories hum lullabies nobody truly hears, but history does. Factories awaken earlier than sunrise, chasing quotas shaped by distant battles. Industry chants efficiency, devotion measured in revolutions, not emotions anymore.
Workforce transforms. Endurance replaces valor as nation's backbone quietly redefines heroism. Creation's glare blinds pity. Progress burns brighter than conscience tonight.
Routine becomes ritual, precision baptized by sweat across relentless shifts again.
Endless trains depart westward, arteries carrying strength through continental veins. New designs promise efficiency. Engineers chase perfection, indifferent to purpose. Fuel defines fate. Petroleum burns faith into motion once again. Builders sculpt endurance. Shipyards rival cathedrals of 20th century devotion. Sleep rationed carefully. Production outpaces time, replacing dreams with sparks. Resources stretch thin. Creativity becomes economy's last available currency.
Yesterday's wreckage reborn, proving even ruin retains industrial purpose anew.
Progress never sleeps. Solutions drafted faster than ethics reviewed afterward. Faith persists quietly. Devotion measured in output, not psalms. Civilization measured now in tonnage, smoke, and sparks under heavy. Industrialists calculate victory margins. Balance sheets mirror battlefields perfectly. Abundance overwhelms pity. Victory counted in cubic miles of cargo.
Innovation thrives under pressure, perfection standardized, compassion deferred indefinitely. Labor celebrated publicly, though privately dreading tomorrow's identical fatigue.
Efficiency confirmed. Destruction validated in flawless engineering reports.
Infrastructure rises. Ambition replaces mourning under morning light.
Armadas assemble. Industrial's promise manifests in floating runways of power. Human courage merges with machinery, erasing boundaries between man and engine. Planes launch relentless, product of millions unseen behind them. Air power extends production's arm, securing arteries across entire oceans. Rest borrowed briefly. Duty clocks louder than appetite or conversation. Even clocks protest exhaustion, though time obeys production regardless. Decisions compressed into telegrams, distance dissolved by electricity's impatience.
East Crate promises reach. Logistics redefines destiny for modern empires.
Convoys assemble ritualistically, prayer in motion across metallic congregation. Steel sings cooperation. Rhythm governs continents better than speeches now.
Generations measured progress not by peace, but by precision and pride.
Bureaucracy battles urgency. Paper armies mirror front lines behind desks daily.
Infrastructure devours landscape. preparing ground for endless distribution lines.
Victories broadcast. Morale rises, measured by volume, not veracity today.
Triumph private. Satisfaction born from precision rather than ideology or fame.
The industry prevails, its rhythm steadier than politics, stronger than grief.
Silence claims shipyards. Steel sleeps under layers of rain and memory.
Survival feels foreign. Peace a language forgotten by tired soldiers. Industry exhales. Echoes fade where rhythm once commanded obedience. Rebirth builds upon ruins. Mortar mixed with memory's patience.
Geography heals slowly. Ink trembles, acknowledging human cost unseen.
Proud vessels return to ore, completing their mechanical life cycle.
Metal reborn useful again, forging nourishment instead of destruction. Monuments emerge. Language seeks forgiveness through carved permanence. History gains order. Emotion archived beneath neutral glass displays. Testimony replaces silence. Truth finds fragile voice, decades delayed. The ocean keeps secret. Generations inherit questions instead of commands from their elders' wars. Industry repurposed. Creation now preserves instead of destroys. Pride tempered by age. Survivors march between applause and ghosts. Healing grows quietly. Remembrance nurtured without spectacle or demand.
Education reframes power. Numbers symbolize warning, not triumph.
Innovation's author retires, haunted gently by legacy of machinery.
Innocence reclaims docks. Imagination replaces war's echoes with dreams.
Former predator displayed peacefully, silent teacher of consequence. History enters living rooms, truth normalized through narration, calm and factual.
Memory shared communally, each anecdote stitching time's long wound.
Legacy looks forward. Youth absorbs history without bitterness, only awe.
Peace occupies afternoons. Silence speaks louder than parades now.
Echoes replay endlessly, ensuring memory never fully rests.
Former enemies harmonize, shared mourning dissolving boundaries of blame.
Guardians remain. Light continues duty, long after reason fades.
Time commemorates conflict, measuring distance between war and wisdom.
Young minds wrestle with inherited paradox of power and peace.
Joy restored, celebration crowns endurance of generations rebuilt.
A meticulous, endless tally of the fallen. The numbers accumulated day by day, each digit representing a life lost.
Documentaries carve empathy from evidence, bridging time's dispassionate divide.
Memory multiplies. Preservation transcends paper, granting eternity through data.
Nature heals indiscriminately, painting life over metal scars patiently.
Memory condenses to gratitude. Witness clue his chapter with dignity.
Memory remains. Industry forged war. Remembrance forges humanity's lasting peace.
Morning returns unarmed. Peace begins its quiet occupation once again. Production endures, redirecting strength from conflict toward creation, humbly renewed.
War's metal reborn, endurance reshaped into nourishment for generations forward.
Logistics persists. Commerce replaces convoys across forgiving landscapes now. Peace measured in chatter. Abundance rediscovered after disciplined scarcity.
Knowledge replaces command. Curiosity becomes humanity's new defense line.
Industry reclaims gentleness, crafting vessels for living rather than loss.
Memory institutionalized, reminding progress must never forget its origins. Guidance remains necessary, even when darkness no longer hunts.
Brotherhood endures. Survival bonds stronger than politics or medals ever were.
New storytellers emerge, reframing the old truth for modern eyes. Relics move again, symbols transformed from fear to fascination today.
Exploration replaces warfare, curiosity charting scars beneath tranquil water.
Life repopulates silence. Ocean breathes forgiveness into human history.
Celebration crowns endurance. Joy reclaiming avenues once built for war. Understanding triumphs. Peace sustained through memory's unbroken attention. Intimacy with ancestors replaces myth. History becomes personal inheritance. Past honored through preservation, echoing lessons forward faithfully.
Time heals quietly, stitching humanity through repeated reunions and departures.
Life normalizes. Commerce now chorus, where cannons once roared loudly.
Reflection turns experience into wisdom, bridging silence into legacy. Youth inherit context, not conflict, absorbing echoes with reverence.
Nations collaborate through understanding, proving intellect as power over isolation.
Art speaks peace fluently, transforming grief into shared grace.
Documentary complete. Collective memory strengthened through shared witness again.
Every object a sentence in humanity's long conversation about consequence. Commerce sails freely. Purpose purified from previous destruction.
Education flowers on ground once marked by fear's coordinates.
Collective mourning transforms memory into continuous moral compass.
Knowledge safeguarded, humanity preserves fragility within cabinets of fact.
Private remembrance completes public history. Intimacy guarding truth. Generations visit gratitude. The sea still sings its endless elegy.
Memory retold gently, hope renewed through innocent storytelling voices.
Routine redeems existence. waves forgiving anchors of yesterday. Time pauses respectfully, honoring labor that forged endurance unseen.
Ocean vast, now bridge not barrier, connective tissue of peace.
Civilization thrives, industry repurposed into rhythm sustaining humanity gently. Words fade to silence, leaving comprehension to the listener's heart. Peace endures, echoes remind, creation will always outlast destruction forevermore.